May it please the court, counsel, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, good morning. Demetrius Elder defended his friend Armando Baptista. The law says that he had every right to do so. Armando, on April 25, 2014, was attacked. He was attacked by the deceased in this case, Mr. Muhammad Knight. This was not just an attack. This is not a case of road rage. This is a case of revenge and a case of somebody getting set up. Set up against Armando. In order to understand the events that happened on April 25th, 2014, it's important that you understand the events that led up to that date. So if we go back a few months prior, you're going to hear, and there's a few different names that you're going to hear, Walter Stanley, Corey McMath, Armando Baptista, or going to be some of them. So here's what happened. Walter Stanley was out, and he was with Armando Baptista and Marlon Williams, and also there was Walter's girlfriend. So it was the four of them together. Walter and his girlfriend got into an argument. They got into a fight. During the fight between Walter and his girlfriend, Armando got in between. And Armando punched Walter. Some people may testify that it was a sucker punch, but he punched. Armando punched Walter one time. Broke his jaw. Remember, this was between Walter and Armando. Marlon was there, the girlfriend was there. Who was not there? Demetrius Elder. Demetrius Elder was not there when that happened. So now you have this beef you're going to hear brewing between Armando and Walter. Because Armando punched or sucker punched and broke Walter's jaw. And they're all a circle of friends. Most people that you're going to hear testify, they're all within the same circle of friends. Most people that you're going to hear from are going to tell you that they know who all these players are. They know Walter. They know Corey. They know Armando. They know Demetrius. And everybody knew about the jaw getting broken, about the sucker punch. Over time, days go by, a few weeks go by, a couple months go by, you're going to hear from Walter that Walter kind of decided that this is water on the bridge, under the bridge. Walter was no longer upset at Armando for Armando punching and breaking his jaw. He considered it to be water under the bridge. But not everybody here in that circle of friends felt the same way. There were people in the circle of friends that were still mad at Armando for punching, sucker punching, breaking the jaw of Walter. And Walter knew that there were people that wanted to take care of that situation for him, even though he thought or he felt it was water under the bridge. So those are the events that led up to why we're here in trial today, April 25th, 2014. On that day, Corey McMath was having kind of like a birthday, pre-birthday, party, bash, hangout. You'll hear a few different people say party. Some people will say, we were just kind of hanging out at Corey's house. But at Corey's house, there was a gathering. Now, Corey McMath has known Walter virtually his entire life. Walter's the one that Armando broke the jaw. So Corey knows Walter for a long time. Corey's going to tell you that at the party, he's going to tell you himself. Everybody was drinking, but he's going to tell you himself. He was smoking and he was drinking. He's going to tell you he was drunk. Marlon Williams comes to Corey's house. Now remember, Marlon was there back a few months ago when when the incident happened. Everybody in the circle of friends, their friends. Marlon was there. Marlon calls Demetrius and said, hey, we're hanging out. Why don't you come over to Corey's house? Demetrius.
I apologize.
Okay.
Okay. You need a minute to take that, or? Okay. Go ahead, you may.
Demetrius, when he gets called from Marlon to come over to Corey's house, Demetrius was with Armando. They go to Corey's house to the party. Walter arrives to the party as well. Remember, they're a circle of friends. Walter's going to say, here. It was water under the bridge, but there was still some uncomfortable feeling between the two. Remember, Armando had sucker punched Walter, breaking his jaw. Corey says to Walter, why did you hit my homeboy? There was tension you will hear that was starting to brew at Corey's house. While this tension is kind of brewing, Walter and Demetrius are talking. And when Walter comes, Demetrius is there, they shake hands, and Walter's going to tell you he knows that his handshake was a little bit weak, he didn't have a lot of strength. Walter tells Demetrius, listen, it seems like you're not feeling well. There's some tension brewing here. There's people here that are mad that Armando's here. You need to leave. So he does. In the meantime, you're going to hear that Corey, whose house it was, called Muhammad to come to the party. Corey calls Muhammad to come to the party so Muhammad can fight Armando. Remember, Walter does not want to fight Armando. According to Walter, it's done. But other people were still mad at Walter. Corey and Muhammad are seen talking to each other. And point Armando out. But Demetrius listens to Walter. Not Walter, it's Marlon. Remember, Marlon saying you need to kind of leave. All right, so Demetrius leaves. Demetrius and Armando came together. They leave together. Muhammad showed up with a woman named Wendy Gambolas, his girlfriend. Muhammad and Wendy, they leave together. And you're going to hear testimony that their car was right behind, following Demetrius, who was driving, and Armando, who was the passenger. And they only get a few houses down, and there's a stop sign. Demetrius stops. And he starts to cough. And he's coughing, he's feeling a little bit weak. And as he stops, Muhammad and Wendy pull him behind. Brian Castillo lives at the house right where that stop sign is. He's going to tell you that he saw the gentleman from behind, Muhammad, get out of the car and walk towards the front car. Wendy Gambolas is going to tell you that as he's walking, he yells. He's excited and he yells, Walt. He yells, Walt. Walter. Remember, you're going to hear Walter Demetrius and Armando, but Armando is the one who broke Walter's jaw. They fight. Muhammad and Armando fight. Demetrius is still in the car. You'll hear even from Wendy, Demetrius was in the car. Armando and Walter, Armando and Muhammad are now bear hugging, embracing, and they are going at it. They are fighting. And Armando starts to yell, "D, who is it? D, Demetrius, D, who is this guy? He's trying to kill me." You're also going to hear from Dr. Gary Koonsman. Dr. Koonsman is going to tell you that he is the chief toxicologist for Broward County at the medical examiner's office. And there was an autopsy done on Muhammad. And they take his blood and he analyzes for any substances that may be in Muhammad's system. Dr. Koonsman is going to tell you that in this system, in his blood, was alcohol, was marijuana, was cocaine, and was flopper, PVP. And he's going to tell you what those combinations, what those drugs can do, and how it can give somebody delusions. It can release something called dopamine, a chemical that can give somebody superhuman strength. Demetrius Elder was justified in coming to the rescue of Armando, who was getting beat up, fought by Muhammad in revenge for breaking Walter's jaw. This beef had nothing to do with Demetrius, but Demetrius had every right to stand his ground and to defend his friend, Armando. And Demetrius Elder is not guilty. Thank you.